Welcome, everybody. A new week again, September 16th. The market update desk with Scott Riley, NMLS 157152. You can reach us at 616 293 2189. Well, we're starting what's going to be a historic week. We've talked about a lot of data, important weeks, but this week actually is the culmination of all that data coming through. Why is that? Well, we're going to start the rate easing cycle from the Fed starting on Wednesday. Now, keep in mind, the size of the cut, while it is important, it's even more important what's going to be within the commentary at the press conference from Chairman Powell and their SEP. This is their quarterly summary of economic projections, aka the magic dot plot. Now Powell and that SEP can either temper or enhance what their rate cut's going to be, whether it's a quarter or a half, from the commentary, and this could significantly impact the market's exuberance for potentially a higher rate cut. So we're going to watch it very, very carefully because it's going to give us a pathway to where they want to be on a terminal rate. Now, Friday, Saturday, Sunday has seen an inflection point in the Fed futures market. We've actually seen it flip to a 65% chance of a 50 basis point cut now. Why is that? Well, there's been a couple different articles written. One who is, quote, the Fed mole, who puts out a lot of stuff and kind of maybe tests the water for Chair Powell to see what the market reaction is. So there was that article this weekend which talked about the legitimacy of a 50 basis point cut. Now, when we're looking at all the data and we're looking at the historical start to significant rate cutting cycles, those have been a half a point in the past. So it makes sense logically and economically to do a half point cut Wednesday. The reason for that is we're supposed to get about 100 basis points or 1% of rate cuts this year. If we don't do a half point now, it's got to either come 2 days before election or in December. I can't think that the Fed is going to move a half a point a couple days before election. So the 50 basis point cut in December would definitely seem to be too long of a period. So it does make sense that they start that cycle of cuts with 50 basis points on Wednesday. Later today, we're going to hear from former Fed Chair Leal Brainard. Now, she is now the Director of Economic Counsel for the White House. So she works for the White House. So, of course, she's going to have a political spin on it. So we got to take what she says with a grain of salt. Later this week, tomorrow, we get retail sales. I think this is the only potential minor speed bump on our path to a half a point cut this week. I think the market's factoring in about a 0.2 increase in retail sales. This is going to be something that the Fed will watch fairly closely. Then we get also on Tuesday, NAHB Housing Market Index, and we get a 20-year bond auction. With the 10-year bond coming down and all bonds coming down, it'll be interesting to see if there's the appetite still for the bond auction that we've seen the last 2 weeks. We're no longer seeing these yields in the 4.5% range. They're down in the mid threes now. So we're going to watch to see what that appetite is for domestically, internationally, and within consumer and institutional investors. Wednesday, we get mortgage applications, housing starts, and of course, the Fed decision and dot plots. Thursday, we wrap up the big data for the week with jobless claims and existing home sales. Now, on the technicals, we're looking at the 10-year bond, stayed pretty steady, 3.63. Now, 4 or 5 weeks ago, we were all the way at 4.25 on the 10-year. Substantial drop on that. Mortgage-backed securities have been bumping against this upward resistance that's proven to be a pretty tough customer at 101.52. We've hit it for, I think, the last 5 trading days. We've hit it and bounced off it Question will be, can we hit it and close above it? So obviously it's a big week. We're gonna focus on getting information out to you. Senior analyst Mr. Gibson will be all over the data this week as he works hard. He's taking a nap today to rest up and get his paws ready for all the counting and pencil work. We hope you like the information. Keep following us at the Market Update Desk on all the socials. We're here to help you out. Don't wait to buy or refinance. The rates are fantastic now, specifically in purchasing. If you wait for the rates to get even lower, you're going to have incrementally more competition. We'll help explain it to you. Give us a call, 616-293-2189. Have a great start to the week.